Today is Friday, June 19th. We've essentially just left camp. I think we both have about 3 liters of water, and we have to go another 14 miles before we'll meet water again. So, another little bit of a dry section, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And we're getting an earlier start than we did yesterday, so it shouldn't be as hot, so that should also help. After that, I believe we're probably going to plan on hiking about a total of 23 miles or so today before we make camp. So we'll see how that goes.
Friday, June 19th. We've gotten here to the spring where we can get water. It's our first water source of today. We've walked about 14 miles, I think, to get here. You can fill up right there, or you can fill up down at the tank. It's not very cold, but we still appreciate the water. And we're here at a little stream where we just got to fill up, and we're having some drink mixes and relaxing. We've gone 19 miles today, and we're gonna go 5 more. This is the first stream that we've come to in about 60 miles, and we think this will be the last day where we have to do long water hauls.
Oh yeah, that should be no problem. Assuming this is safe.
I assume it is. It's huge. Did you at least bring your phone?
Yes, I brought my phone.
Alright. Now to see if there's service.
No service. We made it to our camp. I believe we walked somewhere around 23 miles today. There was a 14-mile dry haul, but after that the water was fairly plentiful. Our camp is looking pretty awesome at the moment. There's some sites down behind the rock, and there's also a site there that we can use. And then our view is pretty nice. Yep, I would say it's one of the best views we have so far had at a camp. So today for dinner I'm having mashed potatoes with some stuff mixed in, like burger and probably some carrots and peas and maybe some corn. But I also chose to mix in some beets, so they're a really reddish consistency now. Interesting looking mashed potatoes. Today is Saturday, June 20th. We've more or less just started hiking this morning. I believe there's going to be a water cache in 5 miles, and then maybe a water again at about 18 miles. So today shouldn't be too bad as far as water goes. I believe we're going to hike somewhere between 20 and 26 miles today. We don't think really are sure at the moment where we're going to camp, but yeah, probably somewhere between 20 and 26 miles. So far it's not too hot or anything, so looks like it's enough to be a decent day.
This morning we had camped what felt like mountains. There was pine trees and rocks and an amazing view. And here we are today, back in the deserty hills. You can see that there's some very small Joshua trees. We've been hiking through patches of them for the last little while, winding along the hillsides again.
We are on a second breakfast break. but the view is kind of interesting. If you look uphill of us, you see like rocks and there's some trees, and it kind of almost looks mountainous, although maybe not too terribly forested, but still there's some trees. But then if you look this way, immediate desert. Yep, it's just interesting how on one side is almost one biome and on the other side is a completely different one. So this is one of my favorite parts of the day. After you've gone a fair distance, today we've probably gone about 20 miles, and then you find the water source. Now granted, this is only a water cache, so on some of them you have to be careful about how much water you actually use. But this one looks like a fairly large water cache, and with how much water is here and how few hikers there are this year, I think it's safe to call this pretty much unlimited water. So after hiking for miles today, you find essentially unlimited water, which is always awesome. And then you can just sit here, drink as much as you want, take off your socks and shoes, rest your feet, grab a bite to eat. Yeah, this is a good part of the day.
It's a real challenge getting the water from these 5-gallon containers into our bottles. We always feel bad every time we spill any because we know how precious water is here out in the desert. But no matter what techniques we try, we can never get quite all of it in the bottle. Nope, still losing water.
We went 23.3 miles today. I didn't feel like it got too hot today, so that wasn't too bad. Overall, the day, went fairly well, I think. 23 miles. It didn't seem like it was taking forever or was terribly sore or anything, so that went well. Our camp today seems pretty good. I mean, there was lots of tent spots. There's one behind me. There's where Jerica is. I'm off farther over this way. So lots of good tent sites, and we actually got cell service in camp, which it's always nice to have cell service in camp so you can see what's going on in the world. So today was a pretty good day.
We are at the coffee mill in Tehachapi. This is where we've been camping the last few days. Even though we've been staying in a campground pretty close to here, we've actually spent the majority of each of our days here at this little coffee shop. Normally I'm inside. I just stepped outside because it's a lot quieter for recording the video. But yeah, I've just been sitting at this coffee shop pretty much all day, every day, working on videos and other things I need to get done. So we've just been editing, and then tomorrow we have to go to pick them up around an hour away, so we will move on. And hopefully now we'll start being able to find coffee shops that are open.